Okay. Hi, welcome to another edition of Inspire and Get Inspired. Today I have Debjani Mukherjee as my guest, and she's here to inspire us with her new baby, her new NGO called Healthy Mind and Souls. I've known Debjani for quite a long time, since our kids went to elementary school, and now our kids are in college. And she is a very, very dynamic, enterprising lady, and she's always up to something, which is always fun to hear what's going on in her life. And currently, she still works at a corporate job. She's in a leadership position, leading product teams and managing teams as well. So, Devjani, you want to just go ahead with your introduction, a brief introduction?
Nice. You have arranged this interview today. So thank you so much. And as you said, yeah, it is, our friendship is not like for a year or two. It is, like over a decade, I would say, right? So definitely, yeah, now we are at a different phase. Like, our kids have grown up a little bit. And, we are moving ahead with our passions and trying to make a difference, right? So yes, talking about me, yeah, I right now I'm in the corporate world. Like, I lead teams, I'm in the senior leadership. But apart from my work, my job, like, my like my goal is, or my ambition is to serve people, right? I like to, I mean, I feel that, I got my education, I took care of my family, but I don't think my education is complete until unless I am giving back to the society. So it is not just through my work, daily work. Apart from work, apart from money, how can I make a difference? How can I try to, improve someone's life for a day or even for a few hours, right? To give something good, you know. Um, so yeah, so in that lines, I have been working with my community, all along. It's not that I just started. Like, I was involved in different organizations, and I used to organize outreach events, and it definitely used to give me pleasure. And I love doing that, and I could meet so many people, make connections, and with that passion, I felt that one day I will have something of my own. So yeah, so last year was that time when I felt that, yeah, this is the time, I should have my own, like just like my own baby. So I founded Healthy Mind and Souls, end of last year. And from beginning of this year, I started like, having events, organizing events. And that's just about me.
So, is there a specific incident or a story that triggered you to go ahead with Healthy Mind and Souls? Like, did something happen in your life that said, I need to do this?
Not as such. Well, I can say something. As I said, like, I always like to give back. I mean, again, I am here in this country for last 20 years, and maybe in the first beginning 1 or 2 years, I didn't know anybody, right? So I was just getting myself settled, getting my education done and stuff. But then when I started knowing people, kind of got my fit little bit settled, I was involved with the community a lot. So as I said, like, I was involved in different kind of outreach events all throughout. I loved working with the kids, so I used to involve the kids or the seniors. I mean, those are the two sections always attract me. And why so is, obviously, kids, somehow I feel like I'm just reliving my childhood days. So that is one thing. And for the seniors is, um because like when we have our when our kids are young, small babies, I think all of our life is very busy, right? Apart from work, or even not without work, like raising kids, it's like a full-time job. Once the kids go out, like step out of the house, and slowly we adults kind of move towards um, seniority, or if I would say, I think that zone kind of become little lonely, right? And I felt that how I can engage them. I have seen, like um some of my friends or family members suffering from dementia or Parkinson's. And it is just not that, it's just like those like connections kind of, I would say, they are just part of my life. But my from my soul, I always wanted to give them a better day,
Right.
if not a full day, like half of the day or few hours.
So healthy mind and soul, I know we've done a few events at the senior center, right? So is it catered more for seniors, or is it catered, like, how do you see healthy mind and souls kind of contributing to the community?
Yeah. So I would say, when I started it is more geared towards that group of the people who, like whose kids have kind of grown up. They are not like busy raising kids
Mhm.
right after that stage, because when my like son went to college right last year, also I felt that, okay, one part of my job is done, right? Of course, and I have seen not only among in me, among my friends, everybody says, oh, you became a empty nester now. I, frankly speaking, do not like that word, because I think, like, yes, of course, I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I have different roles. But yes, I mean, I do not want to term myself as an empty nester. Yes, yes, my son has gone to college, but I have many other things to engage, or do. And, same thing, I feel that, someone like, even if my friend, they should not be feeling like an empty nester. They have many other things, there is a whole community there, they need their help. Like, it's not just your son or daughter needs your help, the whole community needs the help. So yes, so as you said, I gear my activities, it's for everyone. But yes, I feel obviously the seniors, or adults who has some time in their life, not too much engaged with other family matters. It is a scope or an opportunity to engage them, and showcase their talents. And yeah, two important things here are, one is showcasing, because in my the activities I do, I see a lot of talents among my friends, or outside my friend circle. Even though today we have our virtual world, we kind of have Facebook and whatnot, but still, many times I have seen among my friends, they do not know whom to connect to if they want to solve something. So I feel that, why can't I be that connector? I bring in the people and the talents, either by showcasing their talents. It's not always it's a direct impact, sometimes it can be an indirect impact too. But show them what is world about, apart from family and raising kids. So
Right. And I know, like, you've done a bunch of events where you've invited people and they have kind of showcased their, I mean, what they can contribute, right? It could be a minor breathing exercise, or something to do with dancing, or something like art workshop, or
Mhm.
jewelry making, right? But as they showcase their talent, you're also engaging people from outside to kind of come in and appreciate what they bring in, and if they're interested, you're also allowing them to build that connection. I think that's
Right.
what we've seen.
Right. I can share a story, two stories I would like to share. So one is my friend's mother-in-law, right? So she is over 70, and she was making beautiful jewelry, right? So just if we think in very common terms, we think, oh yeah, like a person is cross that 60 years, they might not be doing anything, or just my like how is that person spending his or her days, right? I mean, I was so impressed seeing my friend's mother. I mean, that was awesome. Like, she in her spare time, she was making beautiful jewelry. So it is not just always money factor, but how she I got inspired seeing how she was engaging her time and her talent. So I wanted to show that to the community that, hey, if your kids have grown up, it's not that your work is done. You can do so many other things, and you can help the community, you can help yourself, and it's such a healthy relation you build up. And it's not that everybody has to do something, but
Yes.
if someone is doing something, I would like to appreciate and encourage that person, that that's great. So
That's a beautiful thought because, at the age, especially when you're older, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes we tend to kind of start thinking, okay, my life is over, there's nothing much to kind of do, right? But when you get that opportunity to show your talent, get that feedback from other people saying, oh my God, you're doing this, suddenly you feel like living again, like life is come back into you, right? That's an amazing thought.
Exactly. And I mean, so if I go back to my parents, right? So my mom, like, she was a beautiful lady, but I think when she was raising us, me and my brother, her heart and soul was all about raising us. So when we left our home, and we got married, my mom used to feel that, oh, she her kind of all her work was done. I'm like, so I mean, my mom is not there anymore, and I wish I could engage her, but as to feel that, no, it's not done. There are it's a whole community needs you. So that is the main thing I want to share, that you know you as an individual, or me as an individual, we have a lot to learn and lot to give. It is not just about ourselves. And whenever I try to get an opportunity, I try to give back, and I feel that is my learning, like that hopefully it kind of tries to complete that. What I have learned, I am trying to share that with others, not just for money, but for some other happiness. So,
Yes. And Devjani, I want to point this out. I know you talked about your mom, and
mhm.
most likely, I mean, you couldn't engage with her as much as you wanted because I feel like she left when she was pretty young, right? But I
Mhm.
see you engaging your father-in-law. Like I've seen him in certain events, and I
Mhm.
think how old is he?
He's
Se-
80.
yeah. So 85, and you as a daughter-in-law, you always encourage him. I think he's even hosted a few events. And
Yeah.
I feel that it's a very beautiful connection that you have with him. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're engaging him, I think that's very inspiring because most times, like children, they start thinking about their parents as like more like, okay, they're old. Maybe
Mhm.
just sit around, right? But you
Mhm.
haven't done that. Like you've brought him to events, you've brought him, you've had him do stuff. So I think
Mhm.
that's pretty inspiring and a very good example of about how you can engage your older parents.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, thank you. And again, that's so I was telling you, I'll give you two examples, right? So one was my friend's mother, right? Who was making those jewelry. So yes, the other example is, again, we always think that what we are doing is the best, right? Nothing can go beyond that, right? So yes, so like, yeah, my father-in-law and me, like, we were in one of the classes, the breathing techniques, so through Healthy Mind and Soul. So So one day it happened that the students are coming in the class, and there is one pretty lady walks into the door, and she takes her seat. And as my father-in-law is introducing himself, he always used to feel that, oh yeah, he's 85, and obviously, it is too old for him to do this, like he should kind of, right? And so he sometimes feels a little bit low. So from the student side, right, the lady, one of the ladies, she says, I am 93. And my father-in-law was awestruck, like, he was like, oh really, you are free? And you and she's such a sweetheart, like she came to the class. She lives in the senior community though, but still, she drove by herself. So I mean, like, looking at these examples or sharing that examples, like, or their real life, this is real life, it's not just storybook.
Right.
That day, like, me and my father-in-law, when we came back to back home, right, we were like, can you imagine, like, how people are living their life, like how, with the motivation, and not only that, the people are taking care of themselves, even it's not that kind of, oh, okay, I am at a certain age and I will stop caring about myself. And
Right.
she is so conscious, about herself. She's coming to these classes, she's trying to learn the breathing techniques. And she, like, she was very patient with us, I would say. We were trying to explain her. So I'm like, that's amazing, right? That is also another important aspect, that yes, you know we should all find the time to take care of ourselves. It's
Yes.
not that a certain age, I'm old, I should not do anything. So that was such a enriching experience, I would say. More than we tried to teach, I think we learned a lot from her.
Yes, yes. And I bet your father-in-law, his eyes probably popped up that, hey, I'm only 85. I could do more for myself, you know. That's amazing. That's amazing. So by the way, so let's say if somebody wants to host an event, right? How do they contact you? Like, do they just call you, or do you have a screening process, or what do you do?
Yeah, so of course, I mean, they definitely can call me or email me. I have, my website. I have, like, a contact me page over there, or a registration page. So they can just write a line to me, and, just hit the send button. I will get an email. So I would just like to know definitely what they are doing, just if I do not know the person. And of course, I welcome everyone. I welcome different types of talent, to be showcased. And and as I said, nothing is small or big. We all can make an impact, and we can all make a difference, right? Um, so far, my friends, and even Mridula, you came to my session, and you know all the friends and the participants, they were so happy, right? They leave the room with such a happy heart, right? And we, as like, we do our classes on the weekends, right? So taking the time out on a Sunday morning or a Saturday morning, out of our busy schedule, that is awesome. So yes, anybody can contact me. I would just like to have one small conversation, but they can contact me through my phone or email, and I welcome all.
Sure. And I will be posting her website, her Facebook site, as well as a phone number on the description below on my YouTube channel, so that you can contact her. And if you're interested, just let's go. And there's no judgment. I mean, it's all about having fun, right? I mean, that's what we've been doing. So I love it, Debjani. I love your idea. And also, you have done, like, how many events have you done? At least six so far, right?
Yeah, I would say almost like every month. So I inaugurated in the month of March, right? My first event was March. So yes, I believe it was March. Yeah, so March till now, every month almost I had event, one or two events I try to do. So, as this is my first year, I'm trying to keep it. My target is at least to have one event every month. I am also learning, right? So as through the process I'm learning, I'm connecting. My dream is make it more regular. At least every month I can, if I hit all the weekends, that would be awesome. That is my eventual, my goal to reach. And also, Mridula, as you know, right now all my events are in person. And I would like to have the events open virtually too. But I hope I can telecast the events virtually in future. I give a stress a little bit to the in person, right? Because yes, during the COVID times, kind of we went all virtual. I like something to be available in virtual, but I also give the importance meeting in person. So those are something which we cannot do. But yes, in future I would like to host the events through virtual also.
Okay. And right now we have most of our events at the Sunbirds Golf Resort, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And do you have any upcoming events you want to let the folks?
Yeah, of course. Yes, tomorrow, like tomorrow is September 11th, and tomorrow we have an event from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And it is about, body movements with music. So one of my friend, she is a professional dancer. She has a performing arts, studio here on her own. So she, volunteered, and she will be conducting that class. I would be really happy if friends who have not registered yet, if they can come over. I think it will be a fun class. I am excited to, I am going. I hope my father-in-law will also go. And yes, so that is tomorrow's plan is this. And a week from now, September 24th, I have another program that is an art workshop, right? So this event I am actually very excited about, right? Like, so I think a year or two or before the COVID, me and a couple of my friends, we just went out on an art night, right? We had no idea what we were going to draw or paint. I still have it, my painting, hanging in one of my rooms. It was such a nice time spent. So I would really encourage, everyone who is, watching the video, um, try to see if you are available. That is on September 24th. And it is a 2 hour session. All the art supplies will be provided. There is a very small registration fee, for the supplies, but everything will be provided. You just bring yourself and have a good time with your friends. So, I welcome all to participate in that one too. And then, so these are the events for the month of September. And in October also, we are planning to have kind of an exhibition where we will be, displaying our Indian, not only Indian mixed with Western attires, jewelry, food. It is kind of, the October is our very special month, right? It's kind of the Diwali. So just to celebrate that, we are planning to have that event. It is almost like a half a day event, so I will be, broadcasting that soon. But yes, that is also something I'm really excited about. And couple of my friends who have their own businesses and boutiques, they are actually coming to that event. So we'll have some traditional dress, jewelry, some food. I think everyone will like it.
That is awesome, because I think for, like, especially with Diwali coming up soon,
Yeah,
that will also give us an opportunity to buy stuff if we need, for the occasion. So that's
yeah,
awesome that
yeah.
you're showcasing all these folks, at the exhibition. I'm excited.
No, thank you. And also another thing I would like to stress is these events are not just for, these are not gender specific, right? Anyone can come and join these events, and either bring your spouse or friend, or even if your kid wants to join these events, so we are not like kind of having this event just for a specific age group, right? It is about whoever can come, right? Sometimes, as I said, sometimes when moms are running around with the kids, I understand, it was little hard. But if you are free, if you have some time open, just come and have a good time. So yeah, and in my events, there are like I am seeing uh my male participants, they are also inquiring even for tomorrow's program. Couple of my previous male participants, they are inquiring that is this something a dance for the girls. I said no, not at all, please come, and the teacher who will be teaching, she's also very excited about it, hearing that yes, there will be male participants and female participants.
Right. I mean, I love the idea, and I will be there. I will be bringing my mother-in-law as well. I think it will be a very good bonding time, kind of
Yeah,
learning the dance together.
yeah. No,
Yes.
thank you, Rizula. Thank you so much.
This was awesome, Debjani. And, I wish you all the best. I think your vision for this NGO is, very dear to your heart, as well as I can feel the passion, related with this initiative. And usually when you're passionate about something, we can take things further very quickly.
Right,
Yes.
right, right.
So I hope to see this organization grow, and, I would love to help in any way, form I can. And I'm looking forward for all the upcoming events. We'll get to connect with so many talented people, you know old,
Right.
old, young, whatever you want to call, right? So this is going to
Yeah,
be amazing, amazing. I'm really, really excited for you, Debjani. Thank you for taking this great initiative.
yeah, no, thank you. It is a journey. I'm just, I am in a new journey right now, I'd say. So I'm learning, a step at a time. And, let us see, how we can, make a little, like, give something back. As I said, give something back to the community, even for an hour, right? And not thinking about anything, not thinking about like always, how much am I making out like in an hour, but just selflessly kind of give something back. So no,
Absolutely.
thank you, Tula. Thank you all the support you have provided and all the love, I need that support and cooperation, right? I feel it is not a one person job to make something successful, so we all need to be together, and we grow together. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Devjani. And I hope, people will, whoever's watching, I hope you guys will support this initiative. Sure, there'll be so many events. We will be posting on her, the Healthy Mind and Soul website, so, as well as Facebook page. So
Yeah.
sign up, and it's a very relaxed environment. And I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and as you said, Mridula, if our viewers who are watching the video, if they have some ideas they want to share, they are looking for a particular event. If they can share their thought, I will try to organize that. Um, that being said, in one of the events, one of the participants had mentioned they wanted to have an event on Tai Chi.
Yes.
So I tried connecting people, and I found an instructor, a professional person who who helped us with the Tai Chi event. So yes, I welcome ideas, so if they share with us, it will help me also to help them back.
Awesome, awesome. Yep, that's a good point, Devjani. Thank you for your time, and thank you for everything else. So hope you
Thank
have a good rest of the weekend, Devjani.
Yeah,
Take care.
thank you. Bye, bye, Mridula.
Bye.